new location.
Yeah, so our hope is that we will launch our new location next Friday. So we've been doing some trainings this week. So this is your opportunity. If you have wanted to be a part of the food pantry or just want to learn more about the food pantry, we are having a training on Monday at noon. Welcome you to come down at the gathering room. We're going to talk about the food pantry, not just how we run the food pantry, but the whys that why we've changed some of the things and we're doing the things that we're doing. So you're invited to join us there. You're not signing on the dotted line to pick up a shift or whatever, but we hope that you will be inspired to help out in the food pantry. So it's a really great ministry that Gray Church does for the Gray community and the surrounding communities.
So tell us real quickly, what's the difference in the way the food pantry is going to be run as opposed to what we've been doing?
Sure. So currently, if you were to come get help at the food pantry, you come in at the office and we have some pre-made bags for you, and then you have a checklist of things that you might need that we would go get. In this new model, you're going to come in, you're going to be offered a cup of coffee and something to eat maybe, but you actually would get to shop in the food pantry for what your family would most need. So instead of just getting a random bag of groceries, you're going to be able to choose off the shelf things that your family likes, the things that your family will eat, and the things that you most need. And then if you don't need something, you're able to skip that. So
in other words, if you think that black-eyed peas taste like dirt, then you don't have to get black-eyed peas and take them home to your family.
Right. You would get green beans or whatever your family would eat. So it's a better use of our resources, and we're making sure people are getting the things that they actually need.
Yeah.
It also allows us to get to know folks a little bit better, and they get to know us, and just develop some friendships and relationships there, because we all know that before people come to your church or come to know Jesus, they come to know you first. And so it's just a way to get to know people a little bit better. So speaking of the food pantry, we have some needs.
Yeah.
Our monthly focus is pancake syrup, mayonnaise, fruit juice, laundry detergent, and dish soap. You don't have to eat them together.
Oh, well, I wouldn't eat the dish soap and detergent anyway.
Well, I know, but you wouldn't eat mayonnaise either, but other people like it.
And we always need toilet paper, feminine hygiene products.
Yes. Yeah.
So those are things that we like to give to everybody that comes in, give a little bit too.
So we've set a goal. We would like to get about 75 of those items for the month. So I think we can do it. So 75. I like goals. The other thing that we need for the food pantry is your Sunday coupons. So if you get the Sunday paper and you're not going to use your coupons, or you cut out the coupons you want and there's still more left, bring those on. We have some people who are couponing for the food pantry, and we want to help those efforts. So those are things we need. And the preschool has a need, and they need egg cartons.
Lots of egg cartons.
They're wanting to build an igloo out of egg cartons. So don't put your egg cartons in the garbage. Bring them to the church. So we'll put them to you. Won't be getting them back though.
No, I don't think you'd want them back.
No, I don't either. So the other thing that you need to know is there are going to be pickle jars appearing around the church.
I like pickles.
They're not going to have pickles in them.
Oh.
They're not going to empty. But we are a pickle-eating church. I mean, we're pickle-eating people.
Eating people. That's harder to say than I thought.
We do. So a lot of us are pickle. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
Peter Piper picked a pickled
pickles. No. Anyway, so these pickle jars are for your loose change. So we are doing a Change for Children drive. We do that in combination with our annual conference. So we are going to half the money. So the money that we gather between now and the 1st of June, 50% of that's going to go for the Change for Children Fund for the annual conference, and 50% is going to stay here. And then we're going to continue to collect that through the year, but 50% of what we get between now and June will go to the annual conference. The annual conference uses that for all kinds of grants for here in our annual conference and around the world, some of the places that we support. But here, we're going to use our Change for Children to help offset the cost of our field trips that we take our kids on, so that all the kids that we have coming in contact with can participate in that. So
we don't want anybody to miss out on something because the activities costing some money.
And one of the goals of Great Church is to have vibrant children's ministries, and we're looking for ways to develop our relationships with our children, and one of the ways we do that are take these little field trips every month. So we want to make sure that everybody can participate in those. So bring your change and put them in those jars. And if you just love counting change, let me know, because you can help me do that, because I'm terrible at it.
You are pretty bad.
I know, I'm awful. I can't get it right. So, but speaking of annual conference, it's time for us to be thinking about our annual conference hands-on mission kits. And again, this year, those are school kits for Liberia. So there'll be more information in the narthex about that and on the website and in the newsletter. But we have set a goal for Great Church to do 50 school kits. So I think we can do that.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Yep, so we can do that. What else?
We have a Grain Sweet Bible study this coming Thursday. So we go every other week with our Bible studies. So one week we have the weekly community meal, and then the next week is the Bible study.
So we had community meal yesterday. We did about 250 chicken sandwiches out the door. So next week is Bible study. We do that in the chapel so that we can spread out, and we are recording those, and they won't be available live, so you can't check in Thursday night and watch those, but we are uploading them by the next day. The technology is just
so if you just can't be here, you can watch the recording. Mm-hmm. But it's not as good because we don't have the ability to interact, but
better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
If you can't be here.
Yeah.
So what else?
I know. We have had to make some cancellations the last couple of weeks because of our COVID situation. The numbers, of course, have gone up, in our area, the prevalence of it. But more specifically, we had some people in our church who were ill. Some of those were working with our kids and some other ministries, and therefore we had to postpone those.
At some point in time in the near future, we're going to use COVID as a 4-letter word.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. But so this week we are postponing again. We're not going to have children's activities in the morning or the evening. We were really hopeful early in the week that we were going to bring that back, but infection rate has flared again in our church and in some of our families, and so just out of an abundance of caution, we're going to push that off another week. As far as adults,
it's actually 2 weeks, isn't it? Because
because we won't we won't do Sunday night activities for Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
But as far as Sunday school goes, there will not be children's Sunday school or nursery Sunday school. And adult classes, I think 2 have definitely decided not to meet yet. 1 is probably not going to meet, but hadn't made that decision yet. So check with your Sunday school leader on that. We're really wanting to go by what people's comfort level are. So we don't want to be making the decision for the whole church. So we've just been kind of trying to take it week by week basis and see what we've got available. So that means you'll have to tune in later to find out if we're going to have Sunday school the next week. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm ready to go back. I want to keep people safe. I'm ready for COVID to get on out so that we can get down to business.
Yeah, we're optimistic that we're headed in the right direction with our COVID numbers. So I think it won't be long. We'll be back in business.
I hope so. So the newsletter normally goes out today. It is my fault that the newsletter is not going out today. I have been up to my eyeballs and stuff.
Shameful.
I know, it's terrible. There's just so many hours in the day, though. But hopefully it'll be in your inboxes sometime tomorrow, if all goes well. But be looking for that. It's full of information. Also, Sunday night, we're not going to have choir practice. I'm sorry, David, I almost forgot. But no choir practice as well. There'll be no choir practice next Sunday either because of the Super Bowl. But on the 20th, February 20th is the date that we're looking at coming back with our children's activities and choir, and then handbells is going to move to Wednesday, so to accommodate some schedules.
And that'll start the 23rd.
23rd, yeah. So lots going on. It's why you need to be plugged into the app, the newsletter, all those kind of things. There's going to be more and more. So excited about the direction that we're going. If COVID would just get out of the way.
Right. It will.
It will.
Anything else?
Other than worship on Sunday morning?
Yeah, so 10:30. Hopefully, a lot of you can join us in person Sunday, but if not, we'll of course have our online service, and would encourage you to join us there, and to encourage your friends and family and coworkers and neighbors and all those to join you too.
Yeah, and if you're with us online, hit that share button when the service goes live. And then also let us know you're there. Drop down in the comments, say good morning. If you have questions, if Aaron is preaching and you really agree with something, hit those emoticons is what they're called. They're the smiley faces or whatever. Try not to hit the mad face.
It happens occasionally.
It does. Facebook flags that though, and if you get so many of them, it'll stop your feed.
Really?
Yep.
Ah.
So we've never ever been close to that, but it can happen. But yeah, so just holler there. There's questions and links and stuff, and I'm always surprised at the number of people who see our services because somebody has shared the service. So it's a great, easy way to introduce people to who Great Church is.
Yeah. So yeah, share the service, invite people to come with you, and let's get back to business here soon. So
the business of
being the church.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, folks. Hope to see you soon, and we.